5.6, solve absolute value inequalities. To see how this graph works for the absolute value is less than 3, you would write down x is less than 3, and then you would take the same sign and slide it over here and put the opposite of the number. So the opposite of 3 is -3. We can see that it says that x is less than 3. Here's 3. It's an open circle and it's going in the smaller less than direction. And then it also says that x is greater than -3. So here at -3 we have an open circle and it's going in the greater than direction. For the next example, we would write down x is greater than 3, slide the same sign over there and put the opposite of that number. The opposite of 3 is -3. We can see that it says x is greater than 3, open circle, it's greater than, and we can also see that it says that x is less than -3. X is less than, reading from the variable, and it shows that x is less than -3 with an open circle. Example 1, solve and graph. We need to solve by writing up that compound inequality. We copy down what we see, we slide the sign over here facing in the same direction, and then we put the opposite of that number. -6, 6. It says it's equal to it, so we color in a circle at 6 and -6. And then it says that x is greater than 6. It says that x is less than or equal to -6. Less than is in this direction. Start by setting up your problem. Come over here and put the same sign again, and the opposite of a half would be a -1/2. It does say that it's equal to it, so we're going to color in those circles. And now it says that x is less than 0.5. Less than is in this direction. And it says x is greater than -1/2. And the greater than direction is going in this direction, so they're going to meet in the middle. Example 2, solve and graph. Now notice that our absolute value is not by itself on the outside. It doesn't matter about what's on the inside. On the outside, we can see that it's being added by a 3. We need to isolate this absolute value before we can set it up. You can't just put the signs there. You have to make sure that you isolate So we're going to subtract 3 to the other side, and that will leave the absolute value by itself. So we have the absolute value of -4x minus 5 is less than 9 minus 3 is 6. I just subtracted 3, so I don't need to worry about changing my sign. Now that my absolute value is all by itself, there's nothing being multiplied, there's nothing behind it being added or subtracted. Now I can set it up. -4x minus 5 is less than 6, and then slide that sign over on the other side and put the opposite of that number. The opposite of 6 is -6. Now if you look at what's on the inside of these signs, you can see what's being done to the variable. Is this a one-step, two-step, or multi-step inequality? There are two things being done to the x. It's being subtracted by 5 and multiplied by -4. So this would be a two-step inequality. We need to add 5, and I'm going to do it over here as well as on the other end. cancel, and I'm left with negative 4x, and I keep my signs, and then I just do the math. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1, 6 plus 5 is 11, and I'm ready to finish solving for my variable. X is being multiplied by negative 4, so I would divide by negative 4, and I need to divide by negative 4 on the endpoints as well. We just divided by a negative number. What do we need to do? We need to flip the inequality sign. These are going to cancel. We have x, and then we need to flip both of those signs. We have negative 1 divided by negative 4, that's just a fraction. Negative divided by negative is positive, so we're left with 1/4. And over here we have negative 11/4. They're reduced. It's okay that they're improper. We just need to make sure that we graph them correctly. It's a number line, so we need to make sure that the smaller number is on the left, negative 11/4, and then positive 1/4 is the larger number. They're going to be open circles because it doesn't have the equal sign, and we need to be careful about how we're reading this. This says that x is greater than negative 11/4, and that is the greater than direction. It also says that x is less than, starting with the variable, x is less than 1/4. That means we're going in the less than direction, and they're going to meet in the middle.